First local win. Let's see what we get.
All right.
All right. Let's see.
Right now.
Huh?
Camera eat. Don't look.
Yeah. Camera does eat first. Let me try to grab it out, dude. I hate these Bandai packs, bro.
It's the classic Bandai packers are just so crazy. It's like vacuum sealed almost.
Yeah. Oh god. I'm not gonna look.
The Corona, he is currently crazy.
Ooh.
What do we get?
Got Gundam.
Gundam Aerial. All right, dude. Sick.
That's awesome. How'd you feel about your deck today?
Nice. It was pretty good. I had a crazy game at the end, so we'll definitely keep you guys posted. But we'll get a deck profile back home to you soon.
Hey everybody, this is Nate from Next Turn Lethal here with Vu, coming fresh off of his first locals win from the Gundam card game, playing RB Cyber Newtype Ping. He's here to talk to us a little bit more about it, go over the deck list. But first off, I want to say, how you feeling, Vu?
Well, honestly, I'm feeling great. This is actually my first locals that I was able to attend after, I guess, the official season started. And yeah, just starting off with a banger win, and yeah, I'm just really happy, honestly.
Yeah, so where did you play today, and how many players were at the event?
So I did play at the Guild at Fair Oaks Mall in Fairfax, Virginia. We did have about 12 players for our locals, so a bit on the smaller side, but honestly, banger games all throughout, and a very good spread as well.
Yeah, so I kind of talked about how you were playing RB Cyber Newtype Ping. I know you've been working on it and labbing it for the last couple weeks since the set came out, but can you go over a little bit on your matchups and like how they went, kind of what was going on through your head while you were playing them?
Yeah, so I actually had a very good spread all throughout. I did play the first round, it was a blue-white deck, just a standard blocker control build. The next game, I did play a red-green Xeon deck, which was definitely the same mid-range Xeon rush, focusing heavy on that archetype. That third game, I did play, what was it, a green-white, and that was definitely a great game as well. And lastly, we ended it off with a red-green Xeon again, and that was definitely a nail-biter just because of how well that player aggressed me at the end there.
Yeah, so what do you think your hardest matchup is if you were to look at like the meta decks?
Ooh, I'd say it was tough. I'd say blue-white and green-white are always the toughest matchups for me. It's not tough, it's always gonna be a little more hard-earned for sure, just because blue-white and green-white, they're both gonna play a lot of blockers, and sometimes with no high maneuver, establishing a lot of blockers early and just stabilizing through that, it can just break that tempo down very hard for you.
Yeah, I mean, I know we've played games before where if I get blockers down early, it's kind of hard for you to go over the top with your units if I'm able to make good trades. So thanks for sharing about your matchups. Can you give us a quick rundown on the deck list and kind of what you liked, what you didn't like, and anything you change?
Yeah, so honestly, I think I run a pretty standard. I don't play Unicorn in my build, but I can definitely give you a little rundown here. So starting off with the first 4 cards, we do have GM, Vanilla 2-2. We are gonna play a couple of these bad boys here just because, again, we are a tempo deck and we just wanna establish as many units as possible. So yeah, we do have 4 GMs on that side there. Next, we do have 3 Jins there. So this is gonna be the other, what do you call it? Vanilla 2-2 line that we play, just because again, we wanna keep establishing bodies, just keep providing the aggression there. So that would be kind of our early game plays. And next we are gonna be moving on to one of the staples of the deck. This is gonna be Gun Tank there. So Gun Tank is gonna be your standard pinger. He's a cheap cost. If you're getting units low, they are gonna be just finishing them off with that extra 1 ping there. So this is a great card in hand, especially paired up with some of your other pingers in the deck there. Next up, we do have, let's see, our 4 Rezels here. So Rezel is a great mid-range body. It's a 2-cost level 3, a 4/3 body, which is gonna take out a lot of large units, and it's gonna immediately take out that EX base with the 3 HP there. I'd say the only downside, and it's not even too big of a downside, is that 3 HP, a lot of units do have 3 attack, which can easily remove it there or get a more beneficial trade. So I'd say next up, we do have our 4 gun cannons actually. So gun cannon is another staple in the deck. He is there mainly for the when paired effect along with the Amuro Link unit traits. Along with that trait, it is a very strong early game play just to rest those blockers and continue the aggression into life, or start controlling board and attacking the units that you want to there. So just a great unit all around, great stat line when paired up with Amuro there. Next up, we do have our 3 Anxas. Anxas is gonna be our next pinger in the deck. There's not too many in the set of GDO1, unfortunately, but it is an amazing card, great stat line, 3/3, again, taking out a lot of units with that 3 HP stat there. And it has a deploy, choose 1 enemy rested unit and deal it 1 damage. So that's gonna finish a lot of bigger units if you're doing a lot of trading, or it's gonna get rid of those pesky weenies there. All right, and then next up, we do have, we have 2 Kshatriyas there. We must have gotten that mixed up. So 2 Kshatriyas, it's kind of thrown in here just as another Merida Link unit pair. I don't usually find myself playing this too much, but it is another option just to, again, have that pair option. So going into the next cards there, we are going into 3 RX-78 Gundams, the traditional old grandpa there. This is gonna be the GDO1 variant, mostly just to get an additional draw. That when paired effect of drawing an additional card when 2 other units are present is amazing to keep that tempo going if you don't see your show of resolves there. And it's a link unit with Amuro, so we just can't really complain there. All right, so we're gonna be moving on to that core of that deck. These are gonna be the boss units here. It is gonna be Kshatriya, the LR of course. It is gonna be a 5/4 unit, but when paired, it can deal 1 damage to 2 enemy units. This is amazing. It doesn't really have a rested condition like some of your other pingers here, so it's gonna really bring those units down to a favorable threshold just so we can clear them out or continue with the aggression and taking out those weenies along with the 2 pings that you're able to get there. All right, moving on to that last unit. It is gonna be Banshee, another Merida target. It is an amazing card. We're not gonna be using it most of the time, maybe placing it down just for the stat line and just for a big body on board. But I really have it there just as an alternative win condition if you're not able to aggress them down in time. If they start grinding you out, you have 12 cards in your trash, they have a low life, maybe a couple blockers, this is gonna be a huge impact on for you to help end the game there. So a great unit. This has won me a bunch of games in a pinch, so I definitely am favorite of the card there. So moving into the pilots here, we're only playing 8 pilots in the deck. We do have our standard Merida. Amazing card. It is very, conditional, very specific. You can only use it when linking as well as on attack. So you need to put this on a Kshatriya, Banshee, or your Kshatriya LR. So this is gonna be, especially paired with the LR, you're gonna be pinging a lot of units to death. This is gonna be overall 3 damage across the board. Amazing card, especially, just paired with that Banshee, it's gonna win you some games there, especially when you think you're on the back end. The double swing, especially with first strike, is guaranteed clearing 2 bodies if they have blockers up, and it's surviving, which is the best part. So moving on to our last pilot, it is gonna be Amuro here. Amuro, an amazing pilot, very versatile. The effect is during pair, he can rest level 5 HP, I believe. Yes, level 5 HP, or HP 5 or less. And so this is gonna be a lot of units, especially a lot of boss units that aren't paired with their pilots. It's gonna rest them and you're gonna be able to clear them down. So next we are moving on to our, just our only commands, which is Show of Resolve. Show of Resolve here is just really there to help keep the tempo going. You don't normally want to play this on curve. You really want to get it to a point where if you're just applying the aggression, you're running low on hand size, boom, you're playing it down to replenish your hand size and keep that aggression going. And yeah, that's really all I can say. It's just an amazing draw card there. And lastly, we are playing our 4 bases, which is going to be for Vesalius. We don't really want to play more. You could, but this is at the end of the day a more aggressive deck, so you are playing to finish the game early. Vesalius is there to just give you that +1 to help you get to that extra threshold of clearing a base or trading favorably with another unit there. Just an amazing card overall, and yeah, this is definitely the base you want just to generically give you a good effect of increasing that attack power. And yeah, that is going to be the deck for our red-blue Cyber Newtype Ping variant.
Thanks so much for sharing your deck, Vu. Can you kind of go over some of your favorite units in the deck, or like what you like to pair ideally? I know this deck has been doing really well in tournaments. I mean, I know Gen Con, it won a couple matches. I think it's also, I think it won Otakon this weekend as well near us, which is pretty awesome, to be honest. Yeah, so just go over a few of your favorite units in this deck.
Yeah, I mean, it is coming up very, very strong. For the past couple weeks, or I guess just this last week, we've been seeing a very strong showing of the deck, winning a lot of locals and even larger regionals or larger tournaments. A lot of people were thinking blue-white was going to take it, but it seems like red-blue has a lot of versatility just to be able to control the board when you need it or apply pressure when you want it there. So yeah, going into my favorite units, I do have the Kshatriya, of course, best card in the deck. I love pinging other units and just getting a chance to remove that before they really have value. So this is gonna really get you there along with the Kshatriya, or the Merida, I should say. And together, they are a 7 attack stat line. This is gonna basically clear anything. And if you have that Vesalius, that is gonna help you get through that Wing Gundam 0 as well. And like I said earlier, I do like that Banshee. It is very conditional, very situational, but it will get you there when you need it. It is an amazing card. It acts as basically 2 units with the double attack, pseudo double attack as I should say. And yeah, amazing card all throughout. This is my ace in my sleeve here. All right, and then lastly, we do have Anksha. Anksha, I just love being able to ping a unit and being able to provide a 3 attack, 3 HP unit for the turn after is an amazing threat there. So being able to clear a unit along with providing or presenting a valuable threat the next turn, that's all we could ask for. So those would probably be my favorite cards in the deck. These 3 being my favorite units, along with this being my favorite pilot there.
Yeah, I totally agree about Anksha, man. That card is way better than I thought it was when I first kind of gave it a look. But yeah, thanks so much for sharing your deck list with us today, Vu. Is there anything else you want to talk about regarding the tournament today, or anything else about your deck before we sign this off?
Yeah, so I'd say, honestly, the best thing I could say is Game 4 was probably the best game, the last round. The red-green player put me in a very tough position, presenting me with just a Banshee on board with 4 units. I want to say we did have a Gaza D sleeves from the starter deck, which can provide support, along with a DOP unit, Sinanju paired with full frontal, and we did have, what was it, a 3/1 Zaku token. Pairing a Merida into that Banshee to clear that Sinanju along with the Zaku 3/1 token, especially with the Merida pinging 1 to the DOP, and eventually getting an Anksha to ping the Gaza D sleeves as well. That was a total board clear, helping me really turn the game around, and that's again why I really love Banshee. But yeah, that's really all I can say. Other than that, please like the video. If you guys enjoyed, please subscribe as well. And if you guys have any more suggestions for future videos or gameplays or deck profiles, please comment down below. And thank you so much for watching.